The UK's Office for National Statistics is reporting that consumers cut down on their shopping in December by the largest amount in at least 25 years. Sales volumes were down by almost 6% last month when compared to December 2021. This comes as fears grow that Britain's economy could fall into a recession. CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio is in London with more on this. Ramy, December is usually a busy shopping month, given the holidays here and over across the pond where you are. So what are the factors that are contributing to this?
Yeah, quite surprising that this happened. Very unexpected. But Vlad, part of this is food related for the holidays, and part of this is gift related. Now, with food, the data that we're seeing out now shows that people got ready for Christmas early. That was back in November by stocking up on their essential items for making their dinners. But then in December, when food prices actually rose more, people then pulled back on that spending. Now, in numbers, food sales in November rose 1%, but then in December, that fell 0.3%. And then if we look at food prices year on year, they're actually up nearly 17%, and that's the biggest annual jump here in the UK since 1977. And then with gifts on the other side, shoppers went for, as you might expect, the essentials over the non-essentials. Even during the gift-giving period, there was a bump in clothing sales, but there was a bigger drop in things that weren't as important, or what people thought they could do with fewer things, fewer toys, cosmetics, jewelry, sports gear. And this doesn't look like it's going to get any better. Looking ahead, these retail numbers are expected to keep going. There's an index, actually, that tracks UK consumer confidence. It's already been super negative, deeply pessimistic every month for the past 9 months, and that is its longest in 50 years.
You know what I find so interesting about this is that a lot of the talk that we're using to talk about what's happening in the UK, we say that here too. We talk about fears of a recession, inflation softening, but boy, you're going to pay a lot more when you go to the grocery store. Except here in the US, people are still spending money. But it's definitely a different case there. Clearly, the landscape, or the economic landscape, it feels like it's much more stark.
You know, and there is a dichotomy. There are the people who will definitely not feel the pinch because they just have more money. And even in a recession, there will be the haves and the have-nots, the people who can take advantage. For example, the stock market downturn. But a lot of other people, especially the public sector workers, the people who are on the lower income side of things, they are going to take a hit. They have been taking a hit over the past several months. The news that we're hearing right now, though, is definitely a bit of good news, and that the overall number for inflation, 10.5% in December, down from 10.7% in November, is something of a bit of a relief. The head of the Bank of England, Andrew Bailey, he's signaling more optimism. You see it on your screen right there. His words, he says inflation is probably going to fall pretty rapidly starting this spring, the late spring, and that December's little drop is a sign that a corner has been turned. But, you know, the government's goal is a big one. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has said he wants to cut inflation by half this year. Again, 10.5%, half of that someplace along 5%, so still a long way to go. The Bank of England still expected to raise rates, and we're still expecting a recession to hit this country. The Bank of England's forecast there unchanged. 4 quarters, which would be its longest on record.
And in the middle of rotating strikes for government workers. But we want to ask you about something else, too, happening in France.
Yeah, there's strikes and protests there in France, as you know, Ramy, over the government's plans to push back retirement age from 62 to 64. Just those little 2 years, and people are taken to the streets. No, it's a big.
2 years is a long time.
It is a long time, and French people are, what's right is right, and this is, in their minds, it's wrong. And so why does the government want to roll back the retirement age, and what's the monetary impact that it could have on people living there?
Right, and to your point, the French hold their time very dear to themselves, but they call this Black Friday. And the easy comparison for Americans to understand is the argument for Social Security in the U.S. to raise the retirement age to collect benefits in order to keep the system solvent. A lot of people don't want to work later in life, right? And that's the case in France. That's why we saw people leave their jobs to hit the streets. Trains closed, schools closed, public broadcasters even going dark. Airports disrupted, even tear gas we saw on the fringes of Paris. But it's clear that this is hugely unpopular. People protesting against French President Emmanuel Macron. A recent survey, nearly 60% of all French people oppose it. Macron says this is irresponsible. But now another strike is planned, at least one more, at the end of this month, January 31st. So this is still not over.
My, Ramy Inocencio, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.